You wouldn't tell me that at one point or the other in your menstrual cycle journey you've not actually had delayed period, or you've not actually missed a period, or your period has not actually come late since you started seeing your menses, like since you started menstruating. Me, I will not believe you, because I know that as a lady, at one point of a time or at one point or the other, you've actually had delayed period, you've actually missed your period, and it could be due to some factors or circumstances that I'll be sharing with you in this video. So if this is a video you're interested in, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Average menstrual cycles runs for about 28 days, and in between that 28 days you have 3 to 5 days or 3 to 7 days for you to see your period. For some people 3 to 5 days, for some people it might vary 3 to 7 days. Some people see their period for a whole week. Like if you're in that category, I throw wake up for you, because I don't even know how you guys do it, but thumbs up and kudos. Yeah, some people see their period for like 1 week, and then some people see theirs 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, but the highest is 7 days. Please, if you see your period more than 7 days, try and check yourself, or you visit a doctor, because it's abnormal. The average is 7 days. Highest pata is 7 days. So if you see more than 7 days, something might be wrong. You need to check yourself, or you visit a gynecologist. So yeah, so number one factor that can, be a reason why you missed your period or you see your period late is stress. We live in a fast-paced world where everybody is busy, everybody wants to get things done on time. We all want to meet up with deadlines, we all want to meet up with assignments. As a student, you want to meet up with class, you want to meet up with your work schedule, your book schedule, you want to read, you want to go for night class, you just want to do everything so you can meet up with deadlines. And this can affect our hormones, it can cause imbalance in the hormones, and it can actually trigger an effect on the hypothalamus that signals our body to help us menstruate, and it could just cause hormonal imbalance, and you might miss your period or you might not see your period. So that is number one reason why you might not have seen your period, or your period is always coming late. Number one is stress. So hey sis, if you are under this category of always being burnout, you're always stressed, you're always trying to meet up with things fast, you might need to take a chill pill, you might need to relax, you might need to unwind, and take things once at a time. So yeah, two reason, and which is one of the most important reason, is pregnancy. Pregnancy. If you have unprotected sex and you don't do the necessary things, you don't take morning pills, emergency contraceptives, and you've missed your period or your period is late, it might be that you are pregnant. So you might want to just go do a pregnancy test. You might want to carry out a pregnancy test to just confirm, because you get pregnant only once in a month. And so if in a month you've not seen your period, or you even did something, you've had unprotected sex, you've done something, it could be pregnancy. So you might just want to check yourself and be sure that all is well, and be sure that you are not pregnant. Number 3 is low body weight. Women who weigh 10% lower than what their normal body weight for their height should weigh can also be prone to missing their period late, or not even seeing their period at all, because according to research, 22% of body fat is needed for you to menstruate. So if you're a kind of person who notice that you don't eat well, you don't take in food well, and your weight is far beyond what it's supposed to be for your height, you could visit a doctor to see why that is actually happening, because it takes 22% of body fat for you to see your menstruation. So that is another reason. Low body weight can also be another reason why you are actually missing your period, or your period is always coming late. Number 4 is obesity. Obesity is when you have a body mass index of over 30. So that is what obesity is. For women who are obese, they actually experience this. They actually miss their period, or not even see their period at all. The reason is because if you are obese, your body produces estrogen more than it should produce, and this could, cause a fluctuation in the hormones. It could just disrupt the menstrual cycle, and you might miss seeing your period, or you might see your period late, or you might not even see your period at all. So if you are in this category, you find out that you hardly see your period or you miss your period, check yourself, check if you are overweight, and try to reduce your weight to the normal weight that is, standard for your height. You calculate your BMI. If it's above 30, if it's more than 30, it actually means you are obese, and this could be a reason why you are not seeing your period, or your period is coming late. Number 5 reason is polycystic ovarian syndrome, what is popularly known as PCOS. PCOS is an hormonal disorder in women, whereby these women actually have prolonged period, or some of them miss their period, or they bleed too much. And this is the reason, is because they have more of the male hormone, which is androgen, and this causes them to actually produce eggs that have fluid in them, and they are prone to having prolonged periods, or not even having their periods at all. So many women from the age of 21 to 51 actually face this. Some even at the age of from 12 years old down to 51 years, they actually suffer PCOS, and it will be very, very, very disheartening. It can be depressing as a woman having PCOS. It just messes up the reproductive cycle. It messes up the whole reproductive cycle. It can even lead to infertility. Many women who go through infertility actually have PCOS if you check well, and this could also be a reason why a woman is actually missing her period, or is also having late period. Number 6 is birth control. If you're a woman, you should know what birth control is. Birth control is just a means of preventing pregnancy. It could be in form of pills, it could be in form of implants, and yeah, it could cause one to not menstruate. It will cause one to actually miss her period. Nothing like his, because we're talking about women here. It may cause one to miss her period. It may cause one to have late period. The thing is, before you take birth control pills, or before you take any method concerning birth control or under birth control, try and check the adverse effect, try and check the side effect, try and check if what you're about to go into is good for you, try and check if it is something your body can accept, so that when at the end of the day you don't want to involve yourself in birth control method, or you finally made up your mind to get pregnant, you'll be able to resume your menstrual cycle back, or resume menstruating back, so that you will not have late periods, or even miss your period for a whole year. Some people can miss their period for a whole year, for a whole month, for some months, after going through one birth control method or the other. So before you engage in any birth control method, make sure you've done your research. Make sure it is something that you're not going to regret in the future. Make sure that it is something you've tried and proved, you've tested all over and all over again. Number 7, and the last, is chronic conditions like diabetes mellitus, DM, which is popularly known as DM. Like I said initially, diabetes mellitus can lead to weight loss, and I said initially that for you to menstruate as a woman, you should have about 22% of fat in your body that the body can actually use throughout your menstrual cycle for you to be able to menstruate. So if this is not available due to the weight loss, or due to diabetes mellitus, due to poorly controlled blood sugar, it could lead to a woman or a lady not actually seeing her menses if she has diabetes mellitus, or delayed period if she has diabetes mellitus. So yeah, this is the last point. Have some menstrual irregularities that might correct itself in the long run, but you might want to see a doctor if you're the kind of person who bleeds so heavily during her menstrual cycle. If you're the kind of person who bleeds heavily, like when I mean bleeds heavily, like you change your pad up to like 4 to 5 times in a day, it might be abnormal, and you might want to visit a doctor. Another is if you bleed more than 7 days. Like I said earlier on, the average duration of your menstrual cycle should be 3 to 7 days highest. Some people 3 to 5, some people 3 to 7, but 7 days is the highest, and anything above that you might want to see a doctor. Another is if you're already in your menopause and you see yourself bleeding for over a long period of time after going through menses or after menstruation and you are in your menopause and you see yourself bleeding, you might want to visit a doctor. Also, if you're always having pains in your lower abdominal area, you might also want to visit a doctor. So that is the end of this video. I've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching up to this time. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed, like, share, comment, and yes, let's spread this good news. Thank you for watching and see you in my next one. I love you all. Bye.